What is vibing? This is Vish, and today I'll be sharing the 7th reflection from the Bhagavad GITA. I'm a meditation coach and I've guided hundreds of people in their meditation journeys. If you have any questions as to how to start, either comment down below or message me on Instagram at @vishvibes. We are currently on page 72, text 8, and in the contents of the Gita summarized chapter. I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drawing up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. And now for the context. Although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments based on knowledge of the principles of religion and moral codes, it appears that he was unable to solve his real problem without the help of the spiritual master, Lord Sri Krishna. He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which were drawing up his whole existence, and it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of a spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can be given only by a spiritual master like Krishna. Therefore, the conclusion is that a spiritual master who is 100% Krishna conscious is the bona fide spiritual master, where he can solve the problems of life. Lord Chaitanya said that one who is a master in the science of Krishna consciousness, regardless of his social position, is the real spiritual master. It is very neat to see how a lot of things being talked in the Gita are very similar and aligned with what Sadhguru says. Essentially, science, logic are beautiful things. These things are actually what's letting me even talk to you with the camera right here in front of me, and even with the internet, for example. However, intellect, or really just using the mind, is a beautiful facet and tool, however, a limiting tool. You can use the same tool to solve all of life's problems. A lot of the times, the knowledge that you have, let's just say you're a lawyer and you're stranded in the middle of the forest, is it really going to come into use? Maybe not. And so that is why the realities of life tend to be a lot more easily explained and approached through the spiritual path. Now, there's nothing wrong with science. Science is a beautiful thing. However, having a spiritual dimension with you will add as a beautiful supplement in this process. The spiritual is different than the religious route, and I'll have to make the distinction because there's a science, religion, and spiritual dimensions. There might be overlaps amongst the three. With the science, it tends to be more on replicating experiments and proving things through repetition. It helps create that credibility and reliability factors. However, the one thing missing is your direct experience. Yes, you might be able to experience certain aspects of science, whether it's through a lab and other aspects of life, but a lot of it is, to an extent, a certain trust in what people say or what the books say. Religion now is also a beautiful thing. However, it's a bit more belief-oriented and almost blindsidedness, where you believe in something without having any proof. Spiritual, what sets that apart from these two areas is that the spiritual dimension is all about experiencing things, experiencing the truth. So people can say 100 things, but unless you experience it, it doesn't mean much. And to help speed up the process of experiencing, a guru or a spiritual master can help provide this. Thank you so much for watching this response to the 7th reflection of the Gita. I appreciate you taking the time. Take this joyfully, make it a great day, and stay conscious.